Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here. Wanted to revisit Bitcoin for a couple of friends of mine, a few friends of mine actually. I'm interested in Bitcoin. I don't trade it directly because I just found it. I tried, I opened several accounts. It was too cumbersome. I've said it before. Illiquid quotes are left and right. So here's the thing. Conceptually, I'm a fundamental trader, and but I was willing to bet on this. So to me, Bitcoin is like they say it's basically electronic cash. And people say, why is it going to 20,000? Or why is it so expensive? Why did it go from 2,500 to whatever? Well, it's just like gold. Why did gold go? I mean, it's just a piece of, it comes out of the ground and it's rare and people want it. That's the point. It's people want it and it's rare. In this case, Bitcoin is even more rare because it's finite apparently. So, and people want it. So until they stop wanting it, the value should still be there wherever it is. So meanwhile, you can trade the price action. So technically, there were a few points that we've tracked. This descending lower high trend broke out, and this is where bulls get the chance to live up some potential. They got to, let me zoom in a little bit. They got to a neckline, and they failed. Well, the problem is that was the ledge from which they fell in, when was that? Late January. And that was a strong fall. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty sure some regulatory headlines of sorts. So the bulls prevailed and got back to the scene of the crime, the scene of the accident, whatever you want to call it, thereabouts. That's why I didn't draw a line, more so of a range, and fell again. Well, then the bears tried to push him hard, and they failed to push him too hard because they couldn't even match about half of this dip here. So the bulls said, "Okay, we can get back to the neckline again." Right? So far, it looked bullish because you have higher lows knocking on a neckline, and if they break through the neckline, this is a eyeball. I'm not a technician, technical analyst, but I do play one on TV, so. When you have a dip like this and another dip, it's like an inverse head and shoulder, and usually the bulls break out to about the size of this one, so somewhere around here. I don't usually measure this whole thing, even though eventually I might price it. I usually look to the left and see what happened and see where it makes sense for them to rest. In this case, it didn't break out, so I don't have to look. But if I had, I would have probably said the first ledge would be around the 13,000, 14,000. But it didn't happen. What happened was the bulls lost steam, and the bears, broke this higher low trend, and that in itself became a target for some momentum buyers on the downside, sellers on the downside. Okay, again, technically, the breakdown here could continue deeper, but I looked to the left. And why am I saying that? Because this is the point of the whole video. So somebody long Bitcoin, oh my God, when will the pain end? Well, first of all, I don't know, but I can tell you where there's going to be a battle, which is in that zone right here, because it was a battle before, give or take a couple of bucks here and there. So this should provide some support before the decision as to where they go next from here. So Bitcoin broke down, the bulls missed out on an opportunity, and now they're paying the price. They could see some relief here. I saw some headlines, but I truly don't understand. So how do I trade Bitcoin? I've said it before. I've traded it via Square, which has been the easiest trade because it has good fundamentals. It's an exciting momentum on the upside, and it paid out. I sold puts when people sold it hard twice. And that's one way. OSTK is another one, Overstock, which I didn't understand what the heck happened to Overstock. When it just rocketed higher, it was basically $20 and suddenly it's $80. Because it got tied to Bitcoin. And if I put Bitcoin in here, you can see the price action is similar. The only difference is when Bitcoin falls hard, Square doesn't fall Overstock doesn't fall as hard because there is some intrinsic value to the stock itself without the Bitcoin piece, right? So it tends to want to trade also with the market. So if I wanted to go long Bitcoin, I would probably prefer to go long Square. And my ideal way of going long I keep saying Square. Overstock is when it gets hammered hard and I have visibility on the future of the stocks in general, then I would be brave enough to sell some puts or maybe buy a double call spread or do both. So yeah, Bitcoin is a tough trade right now, but I can't tell you it's not worth what it's worth because I don't know how long people are going to love it. I can tell you the blockchain, which is what I think Overstock is tied to, and Square is tied to, it definitely has value. I mean, it's not going away. I mean, we're going to still send and receive money electronically, whether this way or not. It's going to be some sort of a blockchain, in my opinion. So anyway, quick video. I think it was quick. Let's see, 5 minutes. Yeah, not bad. Just discussing Bitcoin. It's something that I can't buy and sell because it's not liquid. There are people that do it. I saw somebody on TV, believe it or not, learn something from CNBC. There's a company that actually plays arbitrage between the prices. So they basically scan all these price quotes that are out there on different platforms, and they trade it from one platform to another and scalp the difference. I definitely cannot do that. So anyway, Nick signing out. If you have any questions, you can email me at sellspreads@gmail.com. So again, where is it? Do I have it here? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so sellspreads@gmail.com. I answer all emails, actually, pretty quickly.